And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the brand new spin-off film Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. This is the first spin-off film of the Fast and Furious franchise, or universe, a lot of people like to call it, starring Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, Vanessa Kirby, Idris Elba. So let's talk about this movie. So we all know about Luke and Hobbs and how if you're a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise and you know their relationship, they don't like each other, they hate each other's guts, due to the fact, spoiler for Fast and Furious movies, Statham's character pretty much beat the holy hell out of The Rock and pretty much threw him out of a window one time, nearly killed him, and ever since then they've been trying to pretty much kill each other. Every time they met, they always try to always play off of one another, and let's face the facts, they both hate each other, and a lot of people hate the Jason Statham character in the Fast and Furious franchise. Not to hate him, he's a bad character, more like hate his character for what he's done to the family, basically killing Han and what he did. But now a lot of people are wondering, well, wait, why is he a good guy now? Why is everybody trusting him now? Well, if you've seen The Fate of the Furious, and spoilers for that movie, kind of redeemed himself a little bit by saving Dom's son, so there's that. But let's talk about The Rock's character, Hobbs, who still kind of hates him because he thinks he's an arrogant jerk who doesn't really care about anybody except himself. But they are forced to work together in this movie to fight a common enemy who comes back with superhuman strength and basically has this virus that he wants to get his hands on, that Vanessa Kirby's character has, and who is the sister of Deckard Shaw. So basically it becomes like a cat and mouse game where they have to go find her to protect her from basically the Terminator, as they call him in the movie, which is pretty interesting. Look, Fast and Furious, we all know, we all love it. It's great. Is it goofy? Yeah, I can say that. I would say that with a straight face and say Fast and Furious is ridiculous because they do stunts in this movie that's like impossible to like really do in real life, especially with the Fast and Furious franchise. This movie, however, they take that to a whole nother level. I mean, there are things that here are so ridiculous. It's like, really? That's impossible? That's impossible? Yeah, okay, really? That's not right. But it's so damn good. It's like really good, and I loved every moment of it. I'm telling you, Fast and Furious has become that new Tom Cruise movie where, Tom Cruise, he's gonna make a big blockbuster movie, but like, what is his main stunt gonna be? Regardless if it's Mission Impossible or his new Top Gun movie that he's doing, you want to know what the stunt is. And the same thing goes for Fast and Furious franchise. Regardless if it's just an actual movie franchise or if this new spin-off, how ridiculous are they gonna get to a point it's like, yep, that's still awesome. Stupid, but still awesome. And it works, and it's like, listen, this movie is like basically watching a cartoon. Because there are so many things in here that is like impossible, but it's so cool. I mean, the story is very simple. It's not going to win Oscars, we all know that. It's not exactly like the greatest script in the history of the world. It is very funny, which I enjoy because I love the banter between him, Dwayne Johnson, and Jason Statham. They work very well together. They did a really good job. Vanessa Kirby, if you remember her from the Mission Impossible movie, she's just a badass woman. She's very good. She's great in this movie. Idris Elba, this guy should be playing Bond at this point, but I don't know why he's not. The guy's got a smooth, charismatic look to himself, and he's great. And it works. He's a cool bad guy. And there's a lot of, moments in here that it's like, oh, so he's going that direction. Oh wait, you're going this direction now? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. You got some surprise cameos in here, which I didn't think I ever see in this kind of movie, but they worked. I mean, a lot of people might not think they will work for themselves, but for me, they actually worked. This is not a spoiler because she's in the trailer. Helen Mirren's in this movie. She was great. Small role, but very good. What else? I think my only weakness about this movie is the fact that I know it's the first movie, and you know it's the first spin up. It's kind of the slow pacing is kind of like, yeah, the action is there with the slow pacing, but when you get to the story and you're trying to figure out what exactly is the story about, it takes a while to get there. Yeah, but it's still ramping up all the action scenes. It's like, oh, but yet you want to see more of the action. You're not even caring about the story, so it's kind of like that kind of situation. So you know, maybe for the next movie, maybe they'll fix that story problem. But yeah, I thought the pacing of the movie was kind of slow. But it does, you know, fix itself with the action, and it's great. There's one character in this movie that I felt that they should have never put in the movie. Not that I don't think he's not an actor technically, so I can't really say. It's WWE superstar Roman Reigns. He's in this movie. You've seen the trailers. He's in the movie, so it's not much of a spoiler. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I love his work in the ring. Dude's not an actor. He had no lines. It was like really pointless to have him in the movie. You know, I get it that he's related to The Rock in real life, but dude shouldn't have not have been in this movie. They could have cut his part out. It would have been a lot more like the scenes that he was in could have been saved for his actual, you know, big scenes in the movie for The Rock, because he has a moment in the movie where his brother is in the movie, and not his actual brother, but he has a character who is his brother. It would have made it more better, but they kind of focus a lot in the trailers with Roman Reigns, and it was just very, very out of place, and I didn't like that because Roman Reigns, like I said, is not an actor. He didn't even have a line, and it was very, very sad, very sad. But hey, that's the biz of show business. But who knows? You know, you figure you would have given. They gave him one line. It's in the trailer where he just yells. It's pretty much, if you want to count that as a line, I guess. But let's face the facts. Roman Reigns is not an actor. He's not really good in the mic in WWE either. So, you know, a lot of people are not that good when it comes to acting. That's how The Rock was able to transition to in acting very well, because he was so good in the ring. So there's that. But listen, overall, this movie was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. The only other negative about this is the stupid title. The Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. I'm just calling this movie Hobbs and Shaw because if you're a Fast and Furious fan, you know what those two names mean. So Vanessa Kirby was great. Idris Elba was great. Jason Statham was great. The Rock was great. The cameos were great. The villain was cool. The story was a little choppy. It's like, okay, the story, again, like I said, maybe a little choppy for this kind of movie, but it kind of felt like to me like if you were watching G.I. Joe. You watch G.I. Joe and then you go watch this movie and you can tell this is like, yeah, this could make a great sequel to G.I. Joe. Not counting G.I. Joe 2, but like direct sequel from the first one. But yeah, it kind of feels just like that. But the action was great. The humor was funny. I found myself laughing a lot of the time. Was the pacing kind of a problem? Sure. But I still enjoyed it. So I'm going to give it a positive review. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. If you guys are interested in seeing the Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw movie, or you're not, or you're going to stick to just Vin Diesel's version of Fast and Furious movies. So leave me a comment below. Let me know. And let me know what your favorite Fast and Furious movie is. Mine's right now, I think it's still 5, but yeah, I think it's still 5. But I might have to go back and watch them again. I love all of them, but they're all great. Yes, even Tokyo Drift, even though it's the weakest one out of all of them, but still. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much, and have a good day.